Welcome to the Knox Makers FreeCAD and CAM tutorial series. This series is primarily intended for Knox Makers members. If you're not a member, that's okay. You're welcome to follow along. Just be aware that this series is tailored to Knox Makers and their equipment. This is Chapter 1, Installing and Configuring FreeCAD. At the time of recording, the preferred version of FreeCAD is the version 1.1.0 CAM Plus build. You can find a link to it on the Knox Makers wiki. Just go to wiki.knoxmakers.org/FreeCAD and follow the links. Since this is a custom build, both the Windows and Mac versions are unsigned, so they require a few extra steps to install. Just follow those steps as outlined on the wiki. Now that you've installed and launched FreeCAD, you should see the welcome screen. First, we want to change the unit system. This controls the units that will be used by default whenever you create a new document. For CAM, we either want imperial decimal or metric small parts and CNC. I'm going to choose imperial decimal as those are the units we will be using throughout the series. Next up is navigation style. It defaults to CAD, but I prefer gesture. If you want to follow along, I recommend using that option. Next is theme. You have light and dark. I'm going to choose dark, and I say done. Now we need to edit some additional preferences. I'm going to go to Edit, Preferences. On the left-hand side here, I'm going to go to General. Number of decimals, I'm going to change from 2 to 4. For metric, you can do 3. 4 will also work just fine. For tree view and property view mode, it defaults to combined. I want to change that to independent. For size of recent file list, we're going to change that from 4 to 20. We're going to go to document on the left-hand side. We're going to change save and auto recovery information every 15 minutes. We're going to change it to 5 minutes. We're going to click on selection on the left-hand side. And for radius, that's set to 5 pixels, we're going to change that to 16. We're going to expand out display on the left-hand side, and we're going to go to navigation. For orbit style, we're going to change that to turntable. For rotation mode, we're going to change that to object center. Now we're going to click on workbenches on the left-hand side. We're going to deselect several of these. We're not going to be using these during the series, so we're just going to get them out of our way. So you should end up with CAM, Draft, Part Design, and Sketcher. We're going to enable auto load on all 4 of those. And now I'm going to resort this. I want Part Design to be first in the list. Then I want Sketcher to be second, followed up by CAM and then Draft. Down here it says Workbench Selector Type. We're going to change that from Combo Box to Tab Bar. Now we're going to go to Add-on Manager. We're going to hit the plus sign. For a repository URL, we're going to type in https://github.com/Knox Makers /KM-FreeCAD. For the branch, we're going to type in main. And I'm going to click OK. And then I'm going to click OK to close the dialog. It's going to come up and ask me if I want to restart. I'm going to say restart later. We're going to go to Tools, Add-on Manager. You're going to get a dialog here that says Add-on Manager Warning. It's asking you if you want to accept the risk of installing third-party extensions. We do. In the search bar here, we're going to type in Knox Makers, or if that doesn't bring any results, you're going to type in KM-FreeCAD, which did bring up some results. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to click Install. And I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to close this dialog out. It's asking me to restart again. I am going to restart this time. Okay, and it's back up. I'm now going to click this little option down here on the start bar that says do not show this startup page, because I do not want that anymore. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close the start module. We're going to rearrange the toolbars here a little bit. I'm going to click on this guy and I'm going to drag him over here. And we're going to do this one also. And I'm going to drag this one to this one. There we go. File, new document. And click on Start New Body. Now, I'm going to hover over this property view with a little hand, click. I'm going to drag him over here to the far right, and you'll see this little blue strip, and I'm going to release him. Now I'm going to do the same thing with here. So on task, I'm going to hover over this, click on him. We can do full height, bottom, top. We want full height. Click on task down here at the bottom right hand side, and there we go. Over here on the tree view side, on the left hand side, we're going to toggle overlay. You're going to have to mouse around a little bit to get the next option. Now you see this little eyeball here. It says toggle transparency mode. We want that. If we need to reorder these panels down here, we want task to be first. We want to go ahead and right click up here and say lock taskbars. And we can go ahead and just close this document and say close without saving.